caltrop is an area denial weapon designed to stop the enemy. The caltrop is a sturdy, simple, yet effective weapon no matter its position. Its purpose was originally designed to stop elephant and donkey attacks. It graduated to stopping tanks. And now, the caltrop is your defense against propaganda, polished lies, and manufactured outrage. It's free from counterfeit credibility and synthetic truth. However, inside the walls of the caltrop, you're going to be forced to think. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mike Calderese is the caltrop.
Coming down the mountain from the heaven to the hell, the Mike Calderese, the caltrop, he never stops, so ring the bell. He bring the facts, he's been up every morning till we sleep. He get it deep, Mike Calderese, in your head and in your sheets. And we don't mind, and we don't care, Mike Calderese is the caltrop. And we don't mind, and we don't care, Mike Calderese is the caltrop. And we don't mind, and we don't care, Mike Calderese is the caltrop.
Good evening and welcome everybody to the Caltrop. This is a brand new week with a lot to talk about. And I don't know if you saw the title of the show, but the title of the show is would there be world peace if religion didn't exist? It was an interesting question brought to me by a buddy of mine, Eric, at the bar on the weekend. And with everything that's going on and all the problems that I see, and with obviously the things that are on my mind, both locally and nationally, from Dearborn, Michigan, to mayors wanting lifelong residents out of the town, from everything that we see going on, I think it was a very interesting question. And honestly, I would love your opinion on it. So put it in the chat. That is obviously going to be what the Mike's Right, Shut the Fuck Up and Listen is going to be about. But we do have a packed show for you. And listen, we're going to go through a lot of different things. It was kind of like a buckshot approach today to this because there's really a lot to talk about. You know, when you start looking at some of these things, it seems boring and redundant until you start looking at, okay, UFOs, they're starting to release subtly that, hey, man, we're probably not alone. We're going to talk about that. James Comey, maybe the reason why they're talking about that is because Comey and Letitia James cases, they were dismissed. We're going to get into that just a little bit. We have an Asian nail salon owner. This was hysterical and shit that made me laugh. The Ukraine, obviously, the 28-point plan that Trump laid out. And then we have Trump talking a little bit about the Ukraine on that, how it's on his final plan or whatever. But then it's interesting to listen to some of the UK on what they're saying about it because they came out with their counter plan and what they are going to be demanding from Putin. And it's going to be interesting. You know, I don't really give a shit about all this stuff overseas, besides the fact that our tax dollars are going to it. So I want you to listen to how everybody's positioning themselves. And it's very interesting. If you ask me, I don't see why Russia would ever want to stop fighting. I don't see why. He has the entire world in absolute disagreeing tizzy. But let's not waste any more time and get to the Mike's Right. Shut up and listen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle the fuck up. Tonight, because we're gonna tackle the question that instantly made half of you guys and half of the people in your rooms nervous. The other half were smug, and everybody honestly is slightly uncomfortable. And the question is, would there be world peace on Earth if there was no religion? Now, a knee-jerk answer is always some variation of absolutely not. Religion is peace, and take it away, we'd be more like the animals, killing each other. Wait. Okay, I mean, sure. And if we all ban pizza, we all have a six-pack, right? But let's be serious. Let's actually think about this for 1 minute logically. Because here's the weird part about this entire thing. Religion, which was created to stop people from killing each other, ironically, somehow became one of the top reasons why people kill each other. It's like the world's worst product launch. Imagine if, Apple iPhone released the iPhone. And within 6 months, every customer was using it not as a phone, but as a brick to smash people over the heads and break other people's skulls open. It's like, oops, that's not really what we intended with that product. And here we are today. And if you look back through biblical history, it's marinated in fighting. The whole region basically was one big spiritual cage match. The Jews versus the Muslims versus the Christian versus whatever the hell the Philistines were. And the wildest part, everyone's fighting over the same exact God that they claim is different. That's like three people beating the hell out of each other because they claim the same Taco Bell order. Congratulations. And it's been my drumbeat for a really long time that I think the American Crusades are coming. Not because people found religion, no. But because democracy needs votes. And religious groups, they vote. And they vote with passion. And their needs always win. Because the politicians treat them like the last slice of pizza at a frat house. You got to fight for it or you don't eat. But here's what nobody talks about. What happens when those religions collide? I speak about this often, but it's worth touching base on a lot. Look around the world right now, including America. You're seeing the early advertisement for season 1 of Faith Wars, right after the commercial for dick pills and gambling sites. Hard-on problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Wait, that's not right. But anyway, think about it. The Jews are on edge. The Muslims are furious. Christians are fed up. Secular people are confused. Atheists are like eating popcorn going, I fucking told you, idiots. I told you, idiots. Everybody thinks their religion or lack of one, including you atheists, is the only true correct one. And history backs them up. Because history is basically a highlight reel of religious groups beating the crap out of each other for thousands of years. But everybody's right, and everyone else is wrong. And apparently, the solution to wrongness is removing them. And this isn't just global, it's local. It's school boards, it's town councils, it's community Facebook groups. The most dangerous battlefield on earth is when somebody posts a Bible verse and suddenly Barb from down the street is launching nukes in the comment section. You got to love it. But let's take this all just a little bit deeper. If you ask me, would there be peace without religion? Honestly, I'd say probably not. And here's where we get a little bit philosophical. You know how I love getting that way. I think it was Jean-Jacques Rousseau said, early humans lived lives that were violent, brutish, and short. Basically, pre-religion humans were Florida man with sticks and rocks. So religion came along like, okay, guys, we have to get these maniacs under control. Let's give them some rules before they turn Earth into a 24/7 fucking crime scene. Great idea. A spiritual babysitter. But then humans did what humans always do. We ruined it. We broke it up. We split it up. We said ours was the best. What was supposed to be a guide became a lifestyle. Then it became many lifestyles. And then those lifestyles started arguing and then fighting and then killing and then justifying it all with God told me to. Congratulations, everybody. Again, you took the instruction manual and you used it to bludgeon the other customers. And here's the ironic twist of today. Right now, the only major religion that's actually practicing peace is Christianity. Worldwide. And somehow, they're the ones getting treated like the problem. Christians and non-religious are told, you have to be tolerant. Accept everyone. Welcome everything. Be kind. And meanwhile, the groups they're being tolerant to are not exactly returning the favor, are they? I don't think so. And after years of being told to sit down, shut up and take it, Christians, I see, are starting to go, you know what? I've had enough. When is turning the other cheek too much? And when is that tipping? And when that tipping point hits, you're going to see the Bible happening live in our streets, which you already are seeing. Old Testament energy is going to be permeating throughout our towns. Parting oceans? No, not really. But parting skulls? Probably. We've seen it before. All in the name of religion. So let's finish with the big question. If most of the killing today is done in God's name, isn't it safe to assume there might be more peace today without religion? Maybe? I don't know. But considering humans have been violent since the beginning, maybe we just find a new excuse. Maybe that's our human nature. We kill over land or money or politics or TikTok dances, whatever, because humans can't merge lanes on a highway without wanting to commit suicide, including myself. So would there be peace without religion? Probably not. It may cut the number of excuses to kill each other in half, but I don't know. I think the last one was absolutely not. I don't know. And the most ironic part of this entire thing is religion was invented to save us from ourselves. And all it did to me was give us a better slogan for the violence. I think we have to do something very soon to protect religions from running wild in this country. And I say that being favorite to one religion over the other. I say that being honest. That's Mike's Right. Hope you listen. All right, let's get to the chat. I don't see many likes in there. Come on, we have some people in the chat. We need to get some likes in there. Finger the hell out of my like button because, you know, Rumble has no algorithm, but the other ones do. Facebook, YouTube. If you're joining us from YouTube or Facebook, it's crazy. I still have my biggest show ever with Morty. That was a great show. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and check that out. Or my Rumble page. I think it's on every single one of them. The Rumble page, I made a mistake on, though. You have to go in and turn it off manually sometimes before you load up another one. I wasn't able to do it. So let's see what's going on here with everybody. Oh, we got a nice chat going on here. Love it. Yankee 68 ripping the American flags early. First one in the chat. Lights, American flags, and Trump dancing. And Yankee 68 says, bacon, bacon, bacon. Love me some bacon. Hey, let me tell you something, Yankee 68. I love me some bacon. Hey, bacon. I like bacon as a name for a pig. I like bacon, for breakfast. I like bacon wrapped everything. I mean, really, you could bacon wrap anything, and it's fucking delicious. That is what we call, I forgot the name of it. Foreshadowing. Yeah, that's what we call foreshadowing. Yankee 68. Now we're just kind of bullshitting here with J Cal, the A Calories. A Calories says no. They would find something else to fight about. People just want to fight. And he put 1, 2, 3 exclamation points in that comment right there. PT Pod said, let's go. Some lights firing out there. Everybody let me know. Jersey Abe, you gotta love when he comes firing into the chat. Fuck your religion. Bring back that classic. I don't know what the bring back that classic means, but fuck your religion. Listen, I'm on the fuck your race tour. I'm on the fuck your religion tour. I'm on the fuck your political party tour. It's fun. It's funny how who I choose to pick is to make enemies because I choose to make everybody apparently my enemy. But let's get to the Yankee 68 comment because Yankee 68 was definitely foreshadowing the bacon comment. This is what took place here. We had 2 men were arrested for eating bacon in front of Muslims. Slightly a little more to it, but let's check this out.
Every tongue shall confess, every knee shall bow that Jesus Christ is Lord to the glory of God the Father. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord.
Bacon. It's really good.
Bacon?
Bacon? Anybody?
Under the new rules from the 12th Imam, you can eat bacon. It's halal. You can eat bacon whenever you want.
Listen. I mean, this. I'm going to answer this very honestly. I think they were arrested for disturbing these guys. If you notice where they're at, and if you play that again, they're in the middle of a. Let me bring
every tongue shall confess, every knee shall bow that.
So if you saw that, they're in the middle of a parking lot. Doesn't seem like anybody else is around. These guys clearly sought them out to do what they had to do. But this is the essence of what I was talking about earlier. This is the stuff that you're starting to get. You're going to start see boiling up more and more and more. And I live in an area where I'm seeing it happen in real time, in real life. So it's not like people are could say, oh, it's not really happening all that much. I'm telling you that there's incredible tension building up with religions and everybody else. You see it happening. And yes, people are less religious today. But I don't see the less religious. I see everybody committing crimes. I don't see the religious committing crimes at a lesser rate than anybody else. I see the level of scumbag equal across all groups. And it's the scumbag that's the problem. But here is the imam. This is hysterical. Here is the imam crying about this is the imam crying about bacon.
After the prayer ended, we look up to see them taunting us in our faces with bacon. I had to relive the whole thing again.
I look up, and I see them taunting us with bacon, and it smelled delicious, but I could not. I said it's jihad against my God. Or sorry, Allah. Allah, save me from this piece of bacon, please. I got to make fake crying on TV. I fucking love these people. Hey, they were jerk offs. They were being jerk offs. We were just praying in the middle, where we pray, and we had these Christians come running up to us talking about Jesus. Just make that argument. But you fake cry on TV, like with one arm crossed over your face, with your head down, and all you saw is like the white, looked like a damn pool Q-tip. I didn't even know what I was looking at when I made my own thumbnail today with your head on. I couldn't even understand what the hell you were wearing. Oh my God! Bacon, fucking bacon. Justin Dell says, "Is it the Caltrop Medical Group?" I don't know. J. Will Caltrop. Let's go. PT Pod, so let's go. Bacon, bacon, bacon. I see a whole lot of bacon strips. I mean, honestly, when you think about it, I think I will give up going to heaven for bacon. Because if God did not want me to enjoy bacon, then he would not have put it on this planet. And we got into, I don't know if you know this, I think I talked about this before. I got into a really long discussion about how according to the Bible, the first people were vegetarians, and we didn't get the ability to eat meat until the ark, like Noah's Ark and shit. Very interesting concept on that. But at some point, he gave me the ability to eat pork because it's there and it's healthy now. So to me, the religion I believe in, my God came down and said, you could eat any animal that you want to eat. That's what he said to me, especially bacon. And if you want to take one animal and then wrap it in that other animal, you're also able to do that in Calvary's religion. You feel where I'm going? And hell, if you wanted to take that and then stuff it inside of a turkey, John Madden style, and have your turducken wrapped in bacon, I think my God would be perfectly fine with that. That's what I think. But check this out. Let's bring this up really quick. This is the PBD podcast, okay? And I was listening to this a little bit because they have interesting discussions, especially this episode with Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings, I absolutely love this guy, right? But he was talking about how 60% of Muslim youth in France identify as they would prefer to live under Sharia law. Let's take a listen to this.
And young Muslims in France prefer Sharia law. 6 in 10 young Muslims in France prefer Sharia law. 6 in 10.
Young ones who have never experienced it, by the way.
Yeah, young ones who've never experienced it. So a major survey of Islamic community in France has found its younger generation of Muslims is far more radical than their predecessors in terms of preferring Sharia law and supporting Islamist organizations like Muslim Brotherhood. The Institute François d'Opinion Publique, a leading research political polling firm, released its this week its annual survey of attitudes amongst Muslims in France, which it had conducted every year since 1989. According to the pollster, Muslims ages 15 to 24 are more likely to abide by the hardline interpretations of the Quran and support radical groups than their elders, and indeed more than the same age cohort 36 years ago. IFOP characterized its finding as worrying and said that they undermine conventional narrative of secularization supposedly underway among French Muslims, with the result exceeding the most pessimistic estimates. Scott.
So you had the demonization of Judeo-Christian society driving people in this direction. Simultaneously, you've had the demonization of capitalism driving people to this. In May, YouGov, survey of Americans aged 18 to 29, 62% said they hold a favorable view of socialism. So you have rising sentiments about Islamic culture, you have rising sentiments about socialism, and you have declining sentiments about Western civilization, and you have declining sentiments about capitalism. If that were to continue in the United States, you can see how this would turn out horribly. Horribly for the country.
How can the Democrats and Republicans unite on this, or is this impossible? Are they united on this one topic?
I mean, nope. I don't see Democrats doing anything to defend Western civilization right now. Nothing. I see them embracing all sorts of... I mean, look, the most popular Democrat in the country is Mamdani. Look at the data. He's like plus 50 net approval.
Yep.
They love this guy.
Yep.
An open socialist. Somebody who has openly antagonized the Jewish population of New York City. He can't even condemn the terrorists who kill people in cold blood. He's the most popular Democrat in the country. Does that sound like people who want to preserve Western civilization? No. That's where their energy is. Those kinds of candidates are the ones that are going to have success in their primaries.
Yeah, they want a revolution. The only thing I'll add to
that
that
is Mussolini on day one, too.
Of course. The only thing I'll add to it is this. This isn't some random country. This is France.
Yeah.
Okay? You can maybe count on one hand the countries or the civilizations responsible for freedom and democracy and liberty. United States, UK, France, maybe ancient Rome, ancient Greece. And this is the place where Sharia law is taking over. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better.
So do you hear that? And I agree with what he said right there. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. And, you know, I beat this drum a lot, and I bring this up. I bring this topic up a lot because it's something that I think, you know, when you factor in all of this, when you factor in everything, okay, you factor in the fact that we have AI coming that's going to be replacing a lot of people's jobs. So what are they going to be turning to? They're going to be turning to some type of God. They're going to be turning to the God of AI. You know, who knows what religion's coming next through the start of AI? Who knows if AI doesn't start its own AI religion because it's all knowing and people start worshiping it. And then they start fighting with everybody the fuck else. You know, when people have nothing to do, they focus their attention on stuff like this. And I do look at a future, and I'm hoping that it's not, going to take place. But if you hear some of the people that are leading our tech industry, they want to replace you with robots. So if I look at what's the worst case scenario, we do have mass layoffs and some type of, government funded, guaranteed income. And a whole bunch of people with really nothing to do, no drive in life, no passion. What happens when stuff like that goes on? People are going to create their own passion. They're going to create their own religions. They're going to create their own gangs. They're going to go out looking for something to do. And I don't know if what they're going to be having in their heads is going to be all that good. And I'm not sure where all this stuff came from. I'm not sure if religion is involved in the future in a really grand scale. When we see it this divided, if it was one religion, it'd be maybe a different story. But whose religion do you pick? Like that's a fucking interesting part of it. Let's get to any other chats. Jay Cal that says yes for bacon. Yeah, we definitely like bacon. We like ham. We definitely like pork roll. I got to tell you something. Ham is a staple with Thanksgiving. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Are the Indians going to hell because they gave us ham? I don't think so. Justin Dell said added bacon to anything makes it better. Completely agree with you. He says, imagine a BLT without the B. It would just be an LT. An LT is only awesome in football. It's not great on sandwiches because LT means lettuce and tomato. And lettuce, tomato, and bread is some hippie, female shit. It's Johnny69 says, yo, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. This generation is big on fuck around and find out. Yes, Jay Will. I love when Jay Will comes firing in with some chats. He says Muslims are incapable of other religions or other cultures. I think that's right. But I say that with other things, man. Like, everyone knows everyone thinks I'm going toe to toe with like the Jews in my area, and I'm not going toe to toe. And I'm getting yelled at from both sides. I'll show you something here. Ready? Listen, see if I have this. See if I put it in here. This is what was said. This is what was said on my page in an anonymous post. This host is biased. Wonder if he gets paid by the Jews. Yeah, So me trying to understand these people and trying to figure it out on. Can we kind of coexist? Because people sound when they're on the page, they're like, "Fuck you! You don't want to live with us. You're a fucking piece of shit. Get them all out of here." And are they coming from a decent spot? Like, I want to understand. Can I kind of build a bridge and see if there's anywhere that they are going to bend for some of the people? And when you have people that are that devout to a religion, are they going to bend their religion to you? There's no way they're going to bend their religion to you. They are going to force you to bend to their religion because their religion is more important than you. Their religion is the only religion. They're better than you. So I don't know if any religion could really coexist with people that aren't religious when you're talking about being able to vote yourself in favorable religion. Right? This is a thing I always circle back to. It's like democracy. Is democracy a really good idea? I think our founders, with a lot of the stuff that I've read or honestly listened to, because I'm better for listening to things than I am reading them. If I listen to it, I'll remember it. But you think about it, I don't think our founders liked the idea of a democracy. That's why they gave us a republic. But a republic has its roots in democracy. But people voting, it's always going to be mob rule, whether it's local mob rule or national mob rule, one way or the other, when it comes down to people voting, and when people could vote in their own self-interest, and when they could vote to make themselves favorable laws or favorable policy that's going to make them money or get them another building or let them build whatever the fuck they want, like the builders do. The builders sue and they win. When that type of stuff starts happening, what do you notice? Then the people with the most influence in their government, or the most people that are affected by the government, they start buying themselves influence. They get seats on boards. And then it's one big cycle that fucks me and you. And there's no protection for us. Absolutely none. Justin Dell said, I tried to create my own gang, but it was starting to look like the Revenge of the Nerds remake. Jay Wilson, I heard Mike is dating Charlie Kirk's wife. You heard I'm dating Charlie Kirk's wife? Let me tell you something. I got a hotter version of Charlie Kirk's wife, if you ask me. Jay Calvin says, agree, Jay Will, they will take over the world and kill off all non-Muslims. Yegi68 said, we basically had no problems with most religions, but there has been constant issues with Muslims. Look why so many have left countries back in the 40s and 50s. Listen, I think when you do compare them, I bring up all the groups, but I think, there's one. The Jews don't want to kill you. They just want you to get out of it. They want to make life so uncomfortable for you that you get the hell out of their way. If you hold on, I have to take that back. Locally, Jews don't want to kill you. Worldwide, Jews are still killing everybody. They just had a guy. Who's that? Did I put that in the show? No, I don't think I put this one in the show. But it's another leader, another Hezbollah leader just got eliminated by the Jews. So I kind of can't say that. So I really can't say that at all. See, that's how you self-correct when you fact check yourself live in your brain. No, listen. There's groups, period, whether it's Somalians and the Muslims in different areas, or the Jews or Punjabis out in California. Every area has its groups that kind of sit there and take over. And you're right. I mean, it does seem like that one group of people is doing the most of it. I think they're the biggest group. And I think they are the most radical out of all the religions. So when you have the biggest group and the most radical, you're going to have way more maniacs, especially when you create way more maniacs. So, when there's 1.8 million 1.8 billion Muslims, and you have 25-30% are fundamentalists to it, then you have a huge number of people, 400,000 people, 500,000 people, or 500 million, people bigger than America, that are capable of doing whatever in the name of that religion. And when you have something like we just spoke about, 60% of the young kids prefer Sharia law. This is in France. This is in France. The UK, when you look at England, it's being taken over. America, New York, the capital that was just attacked. We just fought a war. So I don't know. Last comments on would we, and you can listen, comment on this. I want, if you want to send me private messages on it, I don't care. Send me a private message, Mike C at centercutmedia.com. You can send me an email, send me a private message online. What do you think? Would there be world peace without religion right now? Would there be world peace without religion? Not even right now. I mean, ever. Do you think if religion has never got involved, where do you think we would be? You think we'd be civilized in any way, shape, or form? I think these are very interesting questions. Jay Will says we have to breed them out, go to church, and make babies. Yo, bro, if you're gonna outbreed them, you're gonna have to get a wife with some big hips that are willing to pop out some kids. I got to tell you, because they're popping out 8 to 10, 8 to 10, and who can afford 8 to 10 babies? Oh, that's right. You need some type of religion to get government to help you out, and all that other horse shit. If you look at history, Jay Calder says Muslims have been at war forever. They can't even get along with Muslims, and that is 100% accurate. If you look in the Middle East, it's Muslims killing Muslims for the most part. That is 100% accurate. All right. Any last comments on that? I don't think so. I always get told that I'm neglecting the Facebook chat. So let's see if we even have a Facebook chat right now. We have 2 comments on Facebook, and I bet one of them is Jay Calda. No? How come I can't get into the comment section? Oh, Jason Norman. Love it. Jay Norman says, ice correction. Nice. See, I'm on top of it. On top of every one of my chats. And I could see, hey, and YouTube. We have a couple on YouTube. Let's see. Crying because someone is eating bacon. So dramatic. Reminds me of AOC at the border camp. That is a great, great comment. It's a good idea. Maybe Thanksgiving. Muslims do not celebrate Thanksgiving. You cannot coexist with Muslims. They do not want to coexist with world domination. And yeah, it does remind me of AOC crying. Oh my God, we have kids locked in cages. And I go, who cares? They're Obama cages. We don't give a shit about any of that stuff. We don't care. Gotta love it. Let's get to this story because this is driving me out of my fucking mind.
Of an interim U.S. attorney, Lindsay Halligan, was invalid. Our correspondent Mark Meredith is reporting live on this breaking news. He's got brand new details out of Washington for us. Hi, Mark.
Sandra, I sure do. Good afternoon to you. Well, the Justice Department's case against both the former FBI Director James Comey as well as the New York Attorney General Letitia James was already facing some serious scrutiny. And today's ruling means, at least for now, both cases will be dismissed. But we are waiting to see if the Department of Justice may try to do this again. Comey was...
So there you have it. They were dismissed. And listen, I'm going to make a couple of this story really quick and to the point. The person everybody celebrated, if you ask me, Pam Bondi, made a procedural error, and the people that are behind her made a procedural error and put somebody in there where the judge, the defense counsel questioned her foundation. The judge agreed with them and dismissed the case. Now they can rerun it, but who knows? This is just this is a black eye. This is one of many black eyes, and I don't know why Trump is standing behind someone like Pam Bondi, who this is now time and time again. This isn't the first time she screwed up. She has messed up since the second she stepped in that office. She got him into all the problems with the Epstein files. That woman's mouth has gotten them into issues, and I think her lack of ability has really shown. We said certain things that the Democrats made the big thing that these people were inexperienced. I don't think they said they experienced about Pam Bondi. I think she was the only one that was experienced for that position. And I think the inexperienced people so far are doing way better. But yes, the James Comey case and the Letitia James case, both cases are thrown out for that procedural move. It's to me, I'm not going to even say much more about it. We have, let's see, where do we want to go from here? This is Trump. So let's go with Trump. So the Trump administration has laid out a 28-point plan. And this 28-point plan, you had a number of congressmen, including Republicans, claiming originally that it was made by Russia and America wasn't behind this. Then you have the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, come out and say that it was America and it was based on what we're doing. It was based on the conversations that we had between the Ukraine and Russia on what we think is gonna finish this off and put a little bit of peace in this area. I'm going to point out that there's still not peace in the Middle East, but let's just put that to bed for right this second. The 28-point plan, the criticisms of it was basically a Russian wish list. Now, when I looked at it, I had no idea, honestly, what a Russian wish list was or not. I got to get Captain Dorito back so he could talk to us about that. I bet there was a bunch of things that were, favorable to Russia because, if you ask me, they hold the majority of the cards. So, what you're hearing in this is you're hearing people, I think, that aren't looking at this properly. Now, let me play this. This is 2 minutes of. I don't even care to spread this woman's name. Some European idiot, and listen to what she says about what her expectations of what Russia is going to do. And this is what is stopping this war from ending.
Confirmed to CNN that the reported text of a UK, French, and German counterproposal is accurate. That text removed the US proposal's recognition of 3 eastern Ukrainian territories as de facto Russian territory, and it removed references to territorial concessions. Is there a possibility of the EU supporting a plan in any way that forces Ukraine to cede territory?
Well, what we have to understand that if Russia could conquer Ukraine, they would have already done so. So to offer them something that they even haven't conquered militarily is, offering something on top of what they already have, or what they have achieved on the battlefield, which is definitely rewarding them for the aggression, which is a very bad sign. So again, right. I think we shouldn't fall into the traps to discuss all what Ukraine should give away, but bring the discussion back to the territory what Russia should concede, because they have started this war and they are doing the killing.
Okay, what about what Russia has conquered militarily?
Well, we have called, and Ukraine has agreed to unconditional ceasefire already in February this year. So, of course, I mean, there should be a ceasefire in order to start the real talks. I mean, there is clear distinction also between de jure and de facto. So one is what Ukrainians are able to conquer back, but the other one is the stalemate where the things actually stand and not recognizing any territories or conquering of the territories de jure, because that would go really in conflict with all the agreements that we have.
Can you confirm that all European countries are on board with this document and together? And if not, how you expect Ukraine, Russia?
So if you heard that, and it was a whole lot of gibberish and a whole lot of nothing, but she said that Ukraine cannot give up their land because Russia didn't earn it. Well, we haven't beaten Russia. So how are you going to put demands on Russia and say, no, you're going to give back everything you've already taken because you haven't beaten them completely? This is this lady's argument. So what if I was Putin? I'm like, okay, then I'm going to go ahead and beat their ass completely and take all of Ukraine. This is the ignorant level thinking that you have. These are the people that are combating Trump with their own peace plan. And do they take any of these people seriously? No. It was like 3 horseshit countries that I don't know, France and Europe or England and all the those 3 jerked off countries that have no idea what the hell they're doing. But it does go to show you, like we've had Captain Dorito on many times. He said Russia's leaving with that Donbass region. He said they're leaving with that Donbass. They're going to take that region. He doesn't give a shit, and I tend to agree with him. Jay Wells says maybe more. Russia needs to end this as much as the Ukraine. Maybe more. They're surviving on the fact that nobody else really wants to fight a war. Now, Jay Will, tell me why you think Russia needs to end this, because that's the common theme that you hear. Oh, Russia needs to end it. Russia needs to end it. But are they hurting as bad as everybody says they're hurting? Everyone keeps buying their oil. Europe is still buying their oil. That's what Trump is up there. Everyone's asked for. Oh, you guys are talking this big game, but you're funding the war by buying oil from them. Like, so are they really hurting that bad? I think Russia and Russians are used to hurting at this point. They're used to sanctions being put on them. They're used to sanctions being put on their oil. I think they're used to it. I don't know. You tell me. Because I don't know. The idea that Russia fought all of this and been through all of this just to walk away with nothing is, if anybody thinks that Russia is going to take that, you're out of your fucking mind. If Putin made that deal, I don't care who Putin is, Russians would drag him the hell out and fillet his body alive and then eat him on live television. We're talking about Russians. I think they're going to fucking stop. People are out of their minds. Jay Will, love to hear your thoughts on that one. He's going to be like the imam crying. All right, this one's very interesting. Listening to this today, this was Tom Brady, and I heard that it was incredible what was coming out about him. This is the first thing I saw about him. Tom Brady gets the pass, GOAT. How Tom Brady felt after saying nigga live. That's what was said that he said. So I'm going to play it, and I want you to listen and tell me if you think Tom Brady said the N-word.
Just blasting through Landon Dickerson.
What did you hear? Let's hear what
just blasting through Landon Dickerson.
So the guy's name was Dickerson, and he said Nicker. That's what I heard. N-I-C-K-E-R, not G-G-E-R, N-I-C-K-E-R. One more time.
Just blasting through Excuse me, Landon Dickerson.
Now, or what you're trying to say that really in his mind he was thinking Nigga, and because the guy's name was Dicker or whatever it was, that it was subliminal, that he really hates black people. I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Brady hates black defensive linemen. They tortured him for years. The Giants tortured him for years. I can understand his racism. But I don't get the controversy. I don't get it. I hear Nicker. I don't hear anything else. Oh, one more. Let's get into UFOs. Here's
AP, or UFO, it used to be called, controversy, and what Congress is trying to do about it. Joining us now, retired Air Force Major David Grush, who has been a whistleblower on the subject of UFOs, UAPs, and government transparency. He's a special advisor now to the House UAP Task Force. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me on, Brett.
So since then, people say, where is the evidence? What's happening? Why don't we know more right now, almost 2 years later?
Well, certainly the last administration didn't help, and my hearing, of course, was during the last administration, and they were not exactly super transparent on this issue, unfortunately. But now that the task force has been created, I've been able to, guide the members within the boundaries of what they're actually cleared for.
When people look at this, they look online, they say, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of people talking about encounters. There's a lot of people talking about videos, and we've seen a lot of that. Can we just cut it down to, you believe that we have encountered alien beings and that they've come to Earth and that we know about it as a U.S. government?
That seems to be the case. I don't like to characterize necessarily where they came from. They're definitely some kind of non-human sentience, but it is true, believe it or not, we've recovered the vehicles, and we actually have physical proof, and I was actually partially cleared into some of those activities. It was beyond oral testimony provided to me. I actually had partial access to the data and actually read the intelligence reports resulting from those programs.
Like with your own eyes,
Correct.
You saw it.
Yes.
And so when people...
There was 5 actuallys, I think, maybe 4. I'm not the best counter. But I'm not sure, Mr. Wannabe Beaver is the most honest person when he said, I actually seen it. I was actually there. I was actually witnessing it. I actually saw the aliens' reproductive organs, and they were actually pretty small, actually. I don't know. I don't know if I buy it. Do I think there's UFOs? Yeah. There were non-human sentience. I can't even say that. There were definitely non-human sentients that were sent here that I seen their sexual organs on. Non-human sentients. I don't even know what that is. Alien? Could you say alien? No, non-human sentients, actually. Fucking these people. I don't know. There's apparently a really interesting UFO documentary coming out, and it has people that used to be in government, people that are in government now. I saw Marco Rubio in it. Why are they drip feeding us this UFO shit? Why did we make a big deal out of 3-Eye Atlas banging a left-hand turn and possibly coming at us? That story's kind of seemed like it's gone away. I guess it's not the spaceship entering our atmosphere like Armageddon style. But why is it kind of seems like they're drip feeding us this, we are not alone on this planet type stuff. And I think everyone's ready for it. I think people are more ready for aliens than Muslims are for eating bacon. I truly believe that. And let's get to something really fun. This is some shit that made me laugh.
Shit that made me laugh.
I have a couple things that made me laugh today. So this actually happened in my town. Watch this dumbass. And Here we go. Truck. Obviously, their crane not put all the way down. Almost takes out the electric wire and rips down the light. Great job ripping down the street light there, guy. You know what you just did to all of us, asshole? Now the troopers are going to be out. Now they're going to be up our ass. Everybody with a trailer is going to be getting pulled over, and now they're going to be having the DOT checkpoints because you are an asshole and you don't know to put your damn boom down the fucking back. And this was hysterical. This was an Asian nail salon. Apparently, this is not AI. It could be staged, but I have a feeling these type of situations happen more than you think. I'm going to give you a slight warning. The language in this is righteous and kick ass.
You late and you get regular polish, and then you mess up your nails, and then you complain about me? What the fuck? No, bro. You should get jail. Your damn nails fucking broke ass. No, he was making me wait. No, you should get jail. Your broke ass. Let me sit in this chair and went and help somebody else. What the fuck, bro? Bro, I told you you gotta get jail. You get regular polish. That's why the shit don't dry. That's why I gotta let you wait. Well, you gotta put it in the damn fan. That's what you got a fan. Bitch, I tried to put it in the hill right here. There's no fan there. What the fuck? That's the whole fucking light right there. It's the same damn fucking shit, bro. Whatever, bro. Fuck. What kind of shit you running over here? Man, I don't give a fuck, man. Get the fuck out of here or something, bro. I don't need your fucking business, man. Fuck. That's stupid ass. Sorry, I'm recording this whole thing. I don't give a fuck. You recording that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Get your money ass somewhere else. We don't give a fuck. Get run over. No, don't get the fuck out of here before I get that door hit your back. Stupid ass. You can't come in here and pay me and then you can talk to us all kind of way you want to, bro. The fuck? I can talk to you however the hell I want. No, you cannot. Go back to your damn country if you want to act like that. Back to the... You just told me to go back to my country? Yes, I did say that. Bitch, I saw your fucking EBT card in there. Guess who? So what? Guess who paid for that motherfucking shit? I did. Okay. Bitch, you know how... How you want me to feed my kids? I'm fat. Oh my fucking God, bro. You got me fucked up, bro. Yeah, you got me fucked up. I pay taxes for your fucking food. Yeah, bitches like to eat and my kids like to eat. I pay taxes for your fucking food and you told me to go back to my country? That's what you fucking lazy, big ass bitch. The fuck look like a fucking upside down bowling pin looking ass. You look like my fucking Suburban, okay? Fucking potato bill looking ass head. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the definition of blackanese right there, dude. He went into that straight up black. Look at you with you upside down bowling pin looking ass with your fucking big ass nibble pointed down ass. Look at you, dude. He just went in on her. You get the cheap nail polish, and now you fucking with me. What the fuck is your problem? Oh, what did you see his eyes when she said, "Get to go back to your own country. Get the fuck back to my country. Who's gonna pay for your food? You fat cunt." That guy is righteous. I have never seen a ghetto Japanese nail polish person that talked black and broken English at the exact same time. When I saw that made my entire day. I heard broken English Ebonics, Japanese broken English Ebonics. That was amazing. That was one of the most amazing things that I've seen today. Besides this, check this out. This is Gabe Stevenson. This is if you watch this is so fast. I was so impressed with this. I had to put it on here. He's a big time wrestler, I guess, getting into MMA. And the way he dekes this kind of shot and throws a left hook and then incorporates a takedown right after he makes contact is amazing. Check this out. Did you see that? I'm going to play it again. Watch. First off, That's a big human being that can move that fast. He is a really good wrestler. And now if he's throwing punches like that and you have to watch out for a lot, apparently he's knocked out a couple dudes with that drop like he's going to get you and just hit you with a left hook. That was incredibly, incredibly impressive. Let's get to some of the chat here, dude. It's Johnny69 say, oh no, where is that? We're just saying yo, Joe. PT Pod said yo. All right, this is back to Jay Will. Jay Will says, it's hard to say definitely, but my prediction is that anything Russia takes from this will be theoric at best. I don't know. He's a math teacher. He likes talking in weird algebraic terms. He hates South Americans. Yoga is a yoga instructor. Absolutely no evidence of aliens, and he's got a probe. What were the lights over New Jersey? What the hell were the lights over New Jersey? Trump never answered that question. Caroline Leavitt came out and said, yeah, they were FDA approved. All right, next question. Nobody followed up on it. Nobody said a word. What the fuck were they? Because I had a number of them come flying right the hell over my head. And I'm not saying they were aliens in there, but there was definitely something that they didn't want us to know about. You just go ahead and talk to what's called It's Johnny69. He had him over his house like every other day. He was sending me videos of it. Yankee 68 says, so sick of the wild bro thing nowadays. What is the wild bro thing nowadays? That looks AI generated, Jay Will said. That apparently they said it originated from a real legit source. It's already been put through the AI process. Yankee 68, what is the wild the whole bro thing? The whole bro thing. What does that mean? Do I say bro a lot? Bro. Say bro, like dude, bro. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard. Let's do some quick little headlines here. Oh, here we go. President Trump signals support for a sweeping new proposal that would ban foreign-born citizens from holding any elected office in the United States. I think that has to happen immediately. I think that has to be a constitutional amendment. If you were not born in this country, you cannot hold political office. I would also, extend that to say if your ambition is to put any of your religion, principles into law, then you are unfit to hold any office in America. Here's a couple of them. President Trump says U.S. tariffs are about to skyrocket to record levels. I think with all the trade deals, I think that's reasonable, right? Americans with college degrees now make up a record 25% of all the unemployed. Who would have thought of with getting a what do they call it? What are half those degrees? A finger painting degree and a gender studies degree and a female studies degree. Who would have thought that doesn't work out in the workplace? And gas prices are at their lowest for Thanksgiving since the pandemic. Gas prices they're down. Are they down a lot? No, I think we're going to see that next year. But the bottom line is Trump is finishing off this conversation that the president has nothing to do with gas prices. They control the leases. When they push these guys to drill and they approve some leases and they let people, they unleash it, they could get prices down. Now, listen, it's almost in the gas companies, not their best interest because they want the price high and they make the most money there. But when it's like that, it hurts everybody in the country. So, what are you going to do? King Trump, have you seen this? This is what Trump posts. A picture of him as king. We look at those Democrats like Schumer on the bottom. AI has not figured out how to get Schumer correct. But you got to love it. I mean, this is just trolling, elite level trolling here. You think I'm a king? Great. Now I'm going to have AI make me as a king with all you assholes at my feet. You got to love it. Here's another thing I was talking about, early on with the whole religion thing. Dearborn Muslim mayor says America must assimilate into immigrant population. Did you hear that? I didn't say that. I did not say that incorrectly. Dearborn Muslim mayor says America must assimilate to the immigrant population. We have to change for you. It's amazing how everybody is making me change for everybody else. And I'm fucking sick and tired of changing for everybody else, whether it's the trans people, whether it's the religious people, whether it's everybody. I am sick and tired of it. I don't ask you to change for me. As a matter of fact, it would be horrible for me to ask you to change for me. But you have no fucking problem not asking me, demanding that I change. Find that absolutely fucking insanely ridiculous. Here's a couple stories here. 21 states are pushing to reinstate SNAP benefits for refugees. You gotta love that. And Elon Musk demands immediate voter ID nationwide. Ain't gonna happen. I would love to have it happen, but it's not gonna happen. It's that way. Nobody would be able to cheat elections on either side. No one would be able to cheat elections. NFL's first ever trans cheerleader is fired, and it cries discrimination because it is trans. So it was hired because it was trans, and now fired because it was trans. Not because you're a bald trans man dressed up as a female. Nope. That is not the reason why. And do we have anything else here? I don't believe so. I believe that's all we have here for us, Johnny. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Any of the final comments in the chat? I'm not changing, and they all need to be booted. Yeah, fucking seriously. I'm not changing. I'm not changing for you. I'm not changing for anybody. And people have got to stop changing and stop acquiescing. Tolerance is bullshit. Tolerance brings intolerance. The more tolerant you are, the more tolerant you are to the people that are going to be intolerant to you. And then eventually, their intolerance will eliminate you. Period. That's how it works. And the whole time, you were there sitting there saying, no, I got to turn the other cheek. No. You'll be turning the other one pretty soon. Later, Yankee 68. Trump said it was military operations. All right, I love it. He trolled Mamdani like a boss, Jay Will says. I want you to change by stop drinking shitty beer and rooting for shitty football teams. First off, I drink Miller Lite. I think it's delicious. And my football team is the Giants. It may be shitty, but we do have 4 overall championships. So what are you going to do? Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate you guys. Remember, figure the fuck out of my like button and check out right after this PT Pod. He's going to have the Cal Trot restream where he's going to have one of his shows. But check him out. Shoot right over to the PT Pod. And if you missed the first part of my show, the monologue, go back. You can listen to it on his page. And do me a favor. I say this to you guys all the time. Have fun in life. You're a better caltrop when you're smiling and enjoying yourselves, and you are not letting all of this insane news bother you. So enjoy yourself, because happy caltrops are strong caltrops, and we want a lot of caltrops. Let's see the last comment in the chat. I see real alien beings every time I go to Walmart. 100%, absolutely, absolutely well said in the in the YouTube chat. So thank you guys. And hey, as always, you know I'm going to be your defense mechanism from bullshit. I appreciate you joining me for the last hour. Don't forget to take that finger blast my like button. Tell everybody about me. Let's spread this. Let's get a whole caltrop army together. Let's get a mountain of caltrops. Let's get fields of caltrops. And when we do that, I don't know, then maybe we get a little bit of power for our own, and we can start choosing our own destiny and pushing our weight around like we've been getting pushed around. That's it. Thank you guys very much for joining me. This caltrop is out. Later.